Yeah. What is going on, faithfuls? It's your boys Mike and Wayne from the Nothing But Niners crew. Guys, we are here for another episode of No Harm, No Foul. Wayne, it's been way too long, man. How you doing?
It's fixed though.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's been good, but it's fixed. You can add it now if you want.
No, it's not fixed.
Oh, it's fixed on my screen. It's my bad. So maybe it's not fixed on your screen.
You on the left now?
I'm on the left now. Moving on the left. Start going. It's the
You
meth.
know what? I'm going to leave it. I don't even care. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I don't even care, bro. I'm just going to let it cook. But I see what – okay. So how have you been, bro? It's been a long – I feel like we haven't done a show since, like, Memorial Day, bro. Like, when's the last time we actually did a show together? We got a lot to talk about. The Niners done hired Ethan Waugh back. They done got a pass rusher opposite of Nick Bosa. I mean, like, what's up?
Yeah, man. I'm good, man. Just been working. Like grinding, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Got some new things I got creating in the woodwinds. I'm gonna be creating a whole nother niche. I'm about to enter the food network. Like, this is about to be real cool because it's been one of my passions. You know what I'm saying? So I did the test trial. I was doing the Sizzling Sunday show on my channel.
I remember that, yeah.
And so now I finally came up with what I'm going to be doing. So stay tuned because that's going to be created. It's going to be a whole different thing. You have to follow me at a different name, different page, subscribe to a different channel. So
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's make some noise for that right there, baby. That's what I'm talking about, bro. What?
Appreciate it. But, you know, food is a passion of mine, bro. So, like, you know, and y'all know I love wings, so that's definitely going to be a theme behind what I'm going to be creating. So it's about to be fun.
Oh, man, I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm very, very happy
Thanks,
to hear
Jax.
that.
Yeah.
You know, there is let's see what this thing does here.
Oh,
It says
Niner Faithful. That's a dope name for a show. Let Wayne cook. Yo, can I give – yo, I love the creativity. Can you drop the bomb on him?
Let's go.
That's dope.
I love it. Let Wayne cook. Let him cook, bro. I like that, man. Listen, bro, speaking of cooking, man, right? So since Memorial Day, I've had a sinus infection.
I can hear it.
I sound nasally. So here's the worst part of it all, right? I thought I had COVID because I can't smell nothing.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It's one of them. I can't smell anything, bro. I smoked a cigar and couldn't taste if I was inhaling or not. I drove, me and my buddies, we had a guys trip this weekend. And we drove, it was supposed to be 3 hours, but traffic, I'm not exaggerating, it was 6.5 hours to make a 3-hour trip. And they hotboxed me the whole, you know I don't smoke. I don't smoke that. Y'all,
Yeah.
I know people watching the show like, Mike, you smoke all the time. I don't smoke Mary Jane. Like, I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke that. I'm a hookah guy and I'm a cigar guy, and that's where it stops for me.
Okay.
Bro, 6 hours down, and these boys were chiefing the whole way.
Woo. 6 hours of Chief? No
Wait.
Keef?
My car still smells like it. I
Yeah,
got a
man.
no smoking lease.
You better take that junk to the air wash, bro. Like, somewhere you gotta
Yo.
get that out.
It's crazy, bro. And here's the bad, like, I can't smell, and I know that my car still smells like it. Like, it's like every once in a while I'll get a whiff of something. Like, it's not like I lost all smell, but I got some smell, and that joint it's there, bro. So when's the last time you were inebriated but it wasn't your choice?
It's been a minute, man. Like, I haven't really been around it. You know what I mean? So I can't even
that's
recall. I mean, I just don't have the passion to be around. I mean, at one point, like, I made sure, like, whether it was contact or full throttle.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, I don't know. I'm just on a different health. I'm on a health kick right now. I mean, I'm more concerned about the type of food I'm putting in my body at this point. I'm not going vegan,
sure.
though. No disrespect to the vegans out there. It's just not what I'm going to do.
I've never understood.
I understand.
No. Wait, hear me out. The desire to completely eliminate meat from the desire.
Because when you realize and rationalize that you could get your protein source from a different type of protein, you get what I'm saying?
No. I understand replacing one protein with another. I get that, the beans and I get all that stuff. What I'm saying is, why the desire to completely eliminate meat unless it's a compassion thing? Like I don't want to eat another animal.
It could be that could be one of the reasons. I mean, we got to interview some reasons why. Like we could talk to my brother, like what made him chose to go vegan. It could be what they do to animals. It could be what they put in the animals. It could be a whole bunch of stuff. Like you know what I mean?
Listen, JP, I have this. I buy these by the 3-packs on Amazon, and it didn't help, bro. My
Really?
car still smell like weed. Yeah, like so. I'm a cigar smoker, and I do occasionally smoke a cigar in my car, so that's why I have the Ozium spray.
That leaves a stench too.
Well, but it eliminates the smoke smell. So when you get in my car, you can't tell I smoke cigars in there.
Oh,
You can't.
See,
And
I don't know.
This spray works extremely well. But
So it works
bro,
for nicotine too, like menthol and the cigarette stuff.
I don't smoke cigarettes, so I don't know that.
Because I mean, they each leave. Like I can tell when somebody's smoking a cigar, it has a strong after smell, right? I can
Yes.
tell when somebody's smoking a cigarette. You can tell when somebody's smoking the Mary Jane. But my favorite of the smokes, not hookah, because I don't even know what the hell that is, but my favorite of the smokes is pipe smoke, man. It's something about
It smells so good.
it
'cause it's
smells
real,
like
it's
a
raw.
fragrance that I want
Yes.
in my house.
You know what it smells like? The Black and Milds a little bit.
It
smells
smells
like
a
the
little
Black
bit
and Mild.
like the Black and Milds, correct.
Pipe smoke. I want to get into pipe smoke, but I have I have an addictive.
You have
like,
what?
personality?
Okay.
Addictive-
That ain't what you stopped on the dick. Like that's where you paused. Pause. I'm just trying to figure out what made you pause on the DICT.
Because I wanted to make sure I was saying the right phrase.
I'm
an
just going to
addictive
chalk it up to your
personality,
nasal
right?
passage right now. But yes.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to enunciate with certain things. So what I'm afraid of is being hooked on the pipe, and so I don't want to.
But can't you get hooked on anything?
I don't believe in that. Nothing that I do, I'm hooked on. If my wife told me today, like, hey, if you don't stop, we're getting a divorce, that shit is done. It's all done. I'm not hooked on anything. As much hookah as I smoke, as much cigars as I smoke, none of it am I actually hooked on. I can stop.
Maybe
all of
there's
it.
nothing in the chemical processing that causes the addiction. Like there's some stuff that does cause
right
the
yeah.
addiction.
And
And
see,
there's
that's the other
habits
thing,
too. Like
the things that I smoke aren't for inhaling, right? So you don't inhale a cigar. You can. I actually do inhale a hookah, but there's like 0.005% nicotine. Like it's nothing in the hookah flavor. So it's
well, you know
interesting,
who's
man.
smoking, Mike? I think this 49ers
smoking?
defense is about to be smoking. And the favorite phrase of my man Jim Carrey, bet you can't name the movie, smoking.
What? Get out of here, man. That's The Mask. All
Yeah,
day.
give it up for
1990s.
Mike,
Come
man.
on, bro. Like, don't play with me. The Mask was one of my top 5 for a long time, bro.
I
Cameron
think
Diaz
that movie's
had body
underrated.
in that joint, and I don't know where it went. Like,
Yeah.
she had body in that joint, bro. I was like, that's Cameron Diaz? That's the same girl from the Charlie's Angels? That's not her.
That was her. I think that was
That's not
before
like-
Charlie's Angels, though.
It was way before Charlie's Angels. That's what I'm saying. Like I thought she was bad. Like look at, and then like she was just like Cameron Diaz, just regular.
That's dope. She was dope.
So, but yeah, no. So to your point, man, the Niners are they're definitely out there doing things. Let's talk about the Ethan Wild thing.
Can I
I'm
talk
having a
real
bit-
quick because I got ADHD? Can I ask, why does the English language, right? Why is it the most complicated? We have this question all the time. But why is it the most complicated language of languages? Because I like what my man Niner Faithful said. He said, Wayne with the segue. So I'm saying to myself,
but you
why-
read it and you said Segu.
Nah, I read it segue. I'm not that stupid. I want to know why we spell it that way. Because segue should be spelled S-E-G way. You know what I'm saying?
WAY.
Yeah.
Well, what do you call the thing that people ride that's pronounced Segway? Is it spelled the same way?
It's probably spelled that way that I spelled segue. Is that
So
thing
maybe
that
maybe that's why.
Paul Blart, the mall cop, be riding on?
Yeah, so let me look it up. Segway, and that is the brand of the scooter. SEGWAY.
Because they couldn't spell it the way that the English language spelled it, so they found a new way to spell it. Now, it's the only language I feel like that can create words out of words, bro. and then have a different spelling, and then you take a spelling test, and I gotta say, well, what's the correct pronunciation? What's the definition? Now you gotta ask. Why I gotta ask 100 motherfucking questions to spell a word right? It should be spelled Segway. Now I got more questions because why we spell way like 3 ways, like WAY, WHEY. Yeah. What the freak? Huh?
Because they all mean something different.
So
that's where English is kind of like the dawn, right? Like you're never
Is it the
gonna
dawn?
spell. Yeah, absolutely, right? Like you're never gonna spell C the wrong way if you know how to read, right? Like I took
Right.
a boat in the sea, and it's not gonna be spelled SEE
Because it has a
even though it's
different
pronounced
meaning.
the same way, it's a different spelling. So they bodied it there. Like you're never gonna mistake the vernacular.
Who the created the English language? So I can slap the shit out of them.
All
Now-
of them. All of them. You got to do a lot of slapping. It's all
That's
of
all.
them.
I only got I'm gonna go get one of them electric hands and and then change the batteries, cause that's ridiculous, man. You know.
That's one thing that I think they did that they did correctly though, was the different spellings all mean something different. I
Yeah,
love
but that's
that
what makes
about
it complicated,
English.
Mike. Because now for one word, I gotta know 17 definitions. That's ridiculous.
Verbally, yes.
You know, that's ridiculous. But I'll be trying to figure out how. You
Oh, so here
Go ahead.
was my high thought. Here was my high thought over the weekend. I told you they hotboxed me. Did you know that W is the only letter
Yes,
that if you
yes.
had to spell it phonetically
yes,
would start with a letter that wasn't itself?
correct. It wouldn't be a W.
It would be with a D.
yes, double D. Yeah.
Bro.
Isn't that crazy?
I knew I broke the mold when I found that out. Like I was sitting around like, yo, you would spell W with a D, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, you were definitely
A D
under
for
the-
W.
You were definitely hotboxed on that one.
Yeah, no, they took full advantage of me. Pause. Like they really like that wasn't cool. Like every other letter, right? You think about like B, right? You would start the spelling of the
With a B.
letter B with a B.
Yeah.
Right, and then I made the argument for the S and the C. You could kind of like make it a little different, right? Like the C, right? So then you say S maybe, but we knew if you were to spell it with a C, we knew what you were trying to do. Like we were able to get you catch
Because
it.
they have the same
But-
sound sometimes.
Right. Sometimes
Depending
they
on
have
which,
the same
depending on the
sound.
letter that comes after. it.
Right, like
the
cilantro.
worst fucking language in the
wor-
world. That
Right back
my
at it.
whole point, right? The whole point.
Right back at it. Yes, yes. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this, man. So I'm glad you got your ADHD off there. And by the way, when they added the H to ADHD, I got mad because I thought it was going to be like LGBTIQ, all that. I thought they were going to keep adding letters to it, and I just wanted to know that I can't focus. I didn't know, like I went from ADD to ADHD, and I think there's another iteration of it now.
There is another iteration. When I tell people that I have ADD or ADHD, I'll be like, well, I have ADD in high definition. So that means it's super clear. It ain't standard, bro. Like we
Instead of saying you got HD, ADD.
yeah, right.
I got ADD and HD. It's funny. In high definition. That's funny. All right. Order in the court, damn it. Order in the court. Okay. So a couple of weeks ago, John and Kyle met with the media, and John made a comment that I thought was pretty cool. He said when they moved on from Trent Baalke, they retained a lot of the scouting staff and the scouting community, right? And I'm like, I don't know if I like hearing that, because everything that we associated with Baalke was not really that good when it came to the draft. Now, he got offensive linemen. He knocked him out the park. Offensive lineman was Trent Baalke's thing. He knew Anthony Davis and Joe Staley, and that was his thing. The Boones and all those guys. They knew how to identify offensive linemen. But that's kind of where it stopped. It was never about wide receivers, right? I mean, we had
But they
Frank
built
Gore,
the
but that was kind of it. That was kind of it, right? The secondary, it was a bunch of free agents, right? You think about Dante Whitner, Deshaun Goldson. You know what I'm saying? Like they went out and got Carlos Rogers. Like they went out and they built a championship team, but it was through free agency, not to the scouting department, not the scouts, not the college scouts. And so when Lynch was giving his flowers to them, I was thinking, damn, I'm a little upset now. And then they go back and they bring back Ethan Waugh, who was also here under the Trent Baalke era. Wayne, what does this guy mean to the Niners? What does he mean to you? And should we be celebrating or a little cautious? Hey, Bear, it's okay. He's just delivering the package. It's okay.
I mean, I think his take is kind of like his ability with the players, the personnel, stuff like that. You know, I mean, he was the vice, what you call it, general manager in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he left the Niners too. Like, it's not like we fired him.
He went with Trent. Yeah.
No, he didn't just go with Trent. Well,
Yes,
he did
yes.
leave when Trent left, but at the end, because that was his, Trent built his staff. But my point is, he got that job. He was the vice president of that. I think at this point, man, you take what you learn from people and you see if they grow. Me personally, I feel like the Niners are getting better from a front office perspective. I think Kyle is, because this is a front office move opposed to a Kyle Shanahan move, right? Like, this is more of a John Lynch move opposed to.
This is a Jed York move. Let's call it what it is.
I don't know if it's a Jed. I don't know if it's a Jed York move.
Kyle and John have no kind of relationship with Ethan Waugh at all. This is
we don't know. But we don't know what they talk about behind the scenes. That's kind of unfair. You might want to, if you're going off of a historical standpoint, okay, cool. But you don't know the connections that they may have, and they like some of the things maybe Jacksonville did do. I'm not tying this guy to just Trent Baalke. If he wasn't the guy making the moves, then it's a clean slate for me, dog. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, he's coming in here. He don't even have a super high title here. He's another personnel guy. Did they make him vice president of? Did they make him the vice general manager? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Let me see what they gave him. You report everything, so I should just go to your page and look it up, right?
Right.
How you spell Waugh?
WAUGH. And this is what I thought, what Mark said. He left here in
Personnel
2021.
executive.
So he was here under Kyle and John. So there is a relationship there.
Okay, that's cool.
Right, but you said there wasn't. I want to make it.
This is why. Well, I said it's a Jed move. I said this is a Jed move.
But why is it a Jed move if appeared to John Lynch bringing him back? But go ahead.
I'm gonna break it down. It's only a 30-minute show, so I'm not gonna go into it. I think Jed York is preparing for life after Kyle and John.
Okay.
I know that sounds crazy.
No.
I know that sounds crazy.
It
right?
doesn't sound crazy.
But
You always stay 2 steps ahead of the game.
Bringing back Robert Saleh. I think Jed vibed with Robert Saleh. I think that Jed saw something in him that he liked and he loved. Right?
Okay.
I'm not saying he's going to be the next head coach. But guess who is also on this roster that could run this defense in case Robert Saleh got promoted?
Who?
Don't answer the question. It's phonetic. Just let it go. It's cool.
But
we know. Yes. Talking about Gus. Right?
Okay.
He's here. Now you go out and get a guy that has been a player personnel head guy under every GM that he's ever worked at. Ethan Waugh can be a GM. And in the event that the Niners disappoint Jed York this year, or maybe next year, I think that he is laying the groundwork to say, hey, Kyle, John, you guys are gone. You've been dismissed. Saleh, this is your team. Gus, you got the defense. We'll figure out an offensive coordinator, and we got our GM in place. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. What I'm saying is this feels like it's that kind of move. It's a security move. Remember when we first acquired John and Kyle? What did Kyle go out and do? He looked at his offensive coordinator, he looked at his defensive coordinator, and they got old players to come in and teach the rest of the staff the ways of the offense. He hired a veteran wide receiver in what's my man's name?
Pierre Garçon.
Pierre Garçon. Yeah. He did it with the running backs. He did it with the tight ends. He did every single position. He got a veteran guy and said, teach these guys in the room. I'm just saying that I feel like this is what Jed York is doing for the Niners right now. It's saying, let me get these veteran guys in here so I'm getting my familiarity hires so in the event that I need to move on or teach my new way, these guys know what my way is. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm right.
Jed York doesn't teach a way. Jed York
maybe,
goal is
or maybe he does.
He doesn't. His goal is to make money at the end of the day. These aren't his moves. I think these are John Lynch moves. Maybe John Lynch is going to be willing to train this guy up and be moving on to a new level. I'm seeing it from the other side. Maybe he does take the realm if he does step up and fill in. We thought Adam Peters was going to be our guy. Adam Peters was like, nope, John Lynch ain't leaving nowhere. I'm Audi 5,000. I expect the same thing to be for Ethan Waugh. Niners start winning, Ethan going to go get him a GM job. It's super simple. Especially if John Lynch ain't trying to move over or move out of the way. Remember the rumors John Lynch might go back to TV or do something with the family.
I didn't like those sources, but they were out there for sure.
They were out there. But my point is, like, and it didn't happen. John Lynch clearly wants to general manage football.
Hey, in 20 seconds or less, are you concerned with Trent Williams' status for the 49ers this year?
No.
Okay, cool. I love it. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's spend the last 10 minutes on the man in the thumbnail.
Okay.
All right. The 49ers have signed this defensive end named Bryce Huff. And all of a sudden, everyone's like, yeah, we finally got the guy across from Nick Bosa. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, word. I don't know who he is. Mm-hmm. So I went and looked at last year, and I was like, what's the hype? Like, how? Who was he hurt? Like, So Wayne, the question is Bryce Huff hope or hype? I want to get your opinion on it, man. Let's go.
I like the question. Well, it depends if you decide to view the body of work and the context that goes along with who Bryce Huff is. Because if you understand the body of work, if you understand the context, then you know he's hope. You know what I'm saying? For the 49ers. I think I'm saying that right? Like, he's going to be real good. He's going to be in a good position, in a good place to make the 49ers defense better, if that's what you're relating hope to, or I might be wrong. But hype to me would be like what he did that one particular season, and he didn't have a good year last year, and so he might just be all hype. I mean, you gotta look at the context. So it's like drafted by Saleh in 2020. I think was Saleh there in 2020? Can't remember. Feel like he was. Anyway, Saleh guy. At the end of the day, worked with Robert Saleh. You know what I'm saying? And so
what do you see on your screen right now?
Bryce Huff, 49ers acquiring defensive lineman Bryce Huff from the Eagles for a mid-round pick.
Okay, so you see that because it's not on my screen, so I don't know what's working no more. You know what? We just going.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So like I was saying, Mike, you know, if you go back to when he had his contract year and when he was most explosive out there on the football field, it's the year he had the 10 sacks, the 10 tackles for a loss, the 21 quarterback hits. It's kind of what gave him that contract in Philadelphia.
Yeah, 21 QB hits.
21 QB hits. So when
Smokes.
you go back to 2023 and how he was used, he came out of a 4-3 wide 9 system. How do I know? Because Robert Saleh was the head coach there. And so that to me is the key factor. Like, he's coming back to play in a system that he's familiar with. It's like you go to a new job and you might be this great employee, Mike, but the job just don't fit you. Like, right?
Okay.
And so now you're trying to figure out what to do to fit the job, and it ain't working. You know what I'm saying? And so
for sure.
And so luckily you get blessed with an opportunity. This guy did what he needed to do to rework what he needed to rework so that the Eagles can trade him. You get what I'm saying? And so for the 49ers, I think this is a solid deal, man. It's not really going to cost them much money, especially this year. You know what I mean?
I guess what I'm trying to figure, like, he's never had more than 3.5 sacks in a year, except that one year. Like, why aren't we looking at that as the anomaly instead of the expectation? And so when I say hope or hype, I don't mean that he's going to be
because we
bad,
don't know
or
how
he's going to be good.
Because we also don't know how he was used in his rookie year, his second year, and then it comes the third year, and then that fourth year is with a year where he busts off, pause, right? Because maybe he was used to just pin. Maybe my thing with him, he's a pass rushing specialist. So
he's got to be, because there's no starts on his whole thing.
But this is what you need. You need a guy off the bench, fresh, ready to go get him. And if he has
so
the
we
ability,
got another.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. He's got the ability. Go ahead. No. You go ahead.
No,
You
I'm
got
just
it.
saying, if you have a guy with the ability that doesn't have to be on the field first or second down when they're out there running the ball, getting beat up and bruised up or whatever like that, boom. I think Leonard Floyd would have led the team in sacks last year had he not had to been on the football field every single down. I mean, it was a bunch of injuries to defensive end players that made Leonard Floyd have to be the day one starter. He came from a
It's like
3-4
step up.
defense.
We need you. Yeah.
Yeah, but my point was he came from the defense where he had double-digit sacks with the Buffalo Bills and everywhere else he played because he was what? A rotational piece,
guy,
a pass rushing specialist.
Pass rush specialist.
Same thing with D Ford. This is what we got.
Well, that's what I want to ask you. Is this
Yeah.
guy D Ford? Are those? Should that be the expectations we have for Bryce Huff?
Absolutely. I feel like ceiling wise, this is what you're gonna get. You're getting a healthier version of D Ford, a guy that's not dealing with neck injuries, back injuries, or any type of those injuries. And when used on the football field, when you pin your ears back or pin the tail back, or whatever the expression is, go get the quarterback. That's what he can do. Because he's gonna, you know what it is, Mike? He's gonna get those one-on-one situations. Well, guess what he likes to win in? One-on-one situations. So that's what makes him special. He's our specialist. The 49ers defense got to set it up, though, for him to excel. But he's coming to the wide 9 defense. That's what he had the anomaly year in. So you could say that 2023 season was an anomaly. That's fair. Because in 2024, he didn't do that. But guess what? The Eagles don't run that system. And they're rotating guys in left and right.
See, now you telling me to expect D Ford type production.
Okay.
You know Ford's best year here, he only had 6.5 sacks. So that tells me
I'm talking about
to
Floyd.
temper expectations for this young man.
Not necessarily. I'm talking about over his body of work, bro. So, like, I'm talking about what his role, what his responsibility is. Even if this guy gets you 6.5 sacks, that's a ton of more sacks. We only have 41 sacks last year. 41 sacks last year. That's ridiculous.
That's a solid
That's
number.
a
It's 2.5
ridiculous
game.
number.
That's 2.5 a game, bro.
That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous. Nah, you don't look at it as 2.5 games. It goes down to like the guys getting the sacks. All those rotative pieces that were able to come in, you need a guy that's a specialist. And I think this is to me, I think Bryce Huff, if he is a rental for 2 years, I think Bryce Huff is hopefully, if he doesn't get cut, helps groom Robert Bill Jr., the draft pick, 5th round draft pick. You drafted to be a pass rush specialist. We ain't haven't gotten
their contract's going to be expiring at the same time. So I'm
I
not
know.
training him for shit. I want the job.
But my point, they might go with the younger dude.
Who's younger? They just say, oh, no. The younger guy is our guy. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
It'll be cheaper. There'll be ways to work around it. You know what I'm saying? And just for the news out there, the 49ers signed wide receiver Malik Knowles. All right, Malik Knowles. I wonder if he's related to Beyonce. Curious. Got
Is
to
he
look
from
that up.
Texas?
Malik
How you spell
Knowles.
Malik?
Malik. I wonder if it's pronounced Malik, too, because you know how we do.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at Malik Knowles. He looks angry. He's not smiling at all. And this is a guy from okay. Here we go.
And
He played for
Bryce
Kansas
Huff, since
State.
we're talking about Bryce Huff, he officially passed the physical with the team, and they waived offensive lineman Nicholas Petit-Frere and placed Trent Taylor on the IR.
Yeah, on IR. Yeah, Trent Taylor goes to IR. Wow. Okay. All right, Niners making some moves, man. They're getting busy out there. I'm never going to be the one to complain about it. You give me a 6'2" wide receiver, I like that more than a 5'8" wide receiver in Trent. So I'm all for it. I like the D Ford comparison. I don't know if he's going to be able to help Beal out or not. But this move would normally trouble me if it weren't for the fact that the Niners drafted a defensive end that is good at stopping the run. Right? They went out there and said, hey, this is the guy that we're probably going to get in free agency. Let's get this guy in the draft. Mm-hmm. Like, they didn't go out and get clones of anybody. This is what you do well, this is what you do well, and all of y'all are going to play an intricate part and role into what we're trying to accomplish here. So I really, really like that for the 49ers. If I had to pick one, hope or hype, if I'm looking at the player by himself, I might fall more on the hype side. But if I'm looking at him as a piece to the puzzle, and what I envision the Niners are trying to do, in this 2025 season, I say he gives us some hope. I think he gives us a lot of hope.
I think the key to Salah's defense, Mike, is being fresh and all gas, no brakes, like being ready to go. You talking about a guy that may be able to come in on a 3rd and 11, 3rd and 9, anything 3rd and long. This is your 3rd and long pass rusher, right? This is a guy you're saying on a 1-on-1 situation, I need you to be disruptive and I need you to finish. Okay, and so like that's what I think you get from Bryce Huff. That's why, like, you know, using your puzzle analogy, I think that's what he definitely provides for the 49ers. The more the merrier. Mike, we the whole point was we wanted to add more depth to the edge rushing. We added, and now we're talking about how trash is going to be. We didn't add
no. Wait, hold on.
No, we didn't. I'm not
wasn't
saying
said here.
I'm not saying we're saying how trash is going to be. I'm just saying like that's how you're people are connotating it to like he's not going to work. How do we know? Same way we don't know if he is going to work. But the hope is he's coming back to fit and play in a system where he excelled in.
Right. None of them like Kerry Hyder before Kerry Hyder had 6.5.
Exactly.
Right? So, yeah, I got you. I'm with you.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, man, faithful. I hope y'all enjoyed this one, man. We wanted to wrap this up here. But listen, because we started late. I will be live later on this evening, guys. I told y'all that I am in a franchise mode. I played one Super Bowl, and I won it. I got lucky, but I won it. The fans were kind of coming for my head, Wayne. I ain't going to lie. I don't know how you do this whole Madden thing, but I actually just went out and bought the PS5 camera. So they're just going to see me on that, and I'm just going to go. But we have continued our franchise mode, so we're back again, and tonight is the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
so
nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be me versus my cousin again. We have a couple of people in this league now, but it's going to be a rematch of last year's Super Bowl, the 49ers versus the Raiders. I hope I don't disappoint y'all, but even more than that, even if I do disappoint y'all, I hope y'all tune in. All right, so that's all I got. Wayne, man, you got anything else before we get out of here?
Yeah, tonight I'll be on Bleacher Report talking about some of the latest 49ers moves and should they make another move. The Niners have been secretly quiet. You know what the Niners, who said this? Did Jay-Z say you got to let your stuff bubble quietly and then watch it blow? Somebody said that line. I can't think. I'm probably saying it wrong. Like, was it an Imaginary? I don't know what song it was, but it was something about let it bubble quietly and then watch it blow. I feel like that's what the Niners are doing. Like underneath the radar, they're making subtle moves. They're making moves, and they're doing it quietly. You're not hearing no negative vibes. You're not getting any negative drama. You're not doing, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, they hitting you with some stuff. Now, the blow, obviously, be nice winning the Super Bowl, so it's going to be fun to watch this team grow, man, for sure.
Yeah. Am I pointing at you right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, yep. All right, so that's going to do it for us, y'all. Make sure you guys are locked in. Make sure you guys are tuned in and subscribe. You have the app downloaded, Bleacher Report. Make sure you guys got Wayne's channel over there.
They say
as
Trent
well.
Williams is at the facility for OTAs, too, per sources.
Boom. There we go. Y'all was worried about him not showing up for the other stuff. Now he's out there. I don't want to hear no complaints about it. But you know what y'all going to do? Y'all still going to find something to complain about. But it's all good. We're here to discuss it all. We're going to be going live tomorrow night as well with the guys from 49ers Hive. And, man, we'll just see, man. Y'all just make sure you got those notifications turned on so you know when to catch us, all right? No team is safe when the Niners are on the prowl. I'm Mike. That's Wayne. And this is No Harm, No Foul.
Peace.